Man, when I look at my hair, I realize I look like Sideshow Bob. Hi, and welcome to my channel. If you're new here, thank you so much for clicking. And if you're not new here, what's up, bestie? Today, my name is Courage because... So I know you guys are probably realizing I'm wearing the same outfit I wore in my last video. I'm pre-recording this because I am constantly flying back and forth between where I live at in San Francisco. I'm not gonna say where I live, but it is quite a bit of a journey, and I am just going through a lot of family stuff right now, but I wanted to pre-record a lot of stuff so I can edit it, get it out. The one video I might not be able to pre-record is what was 2017, but I promise that video is coming pretty soon. And yeah, but today we are going to be talking about underrated cartoon characters. Now, when I say underrated cartoon characters, this is just my opinion. This is like a fun little quick video that I wanted to do. And these are characters that I think are underrated, that I don't see people giving love to. I don't see people thinking are cool, or if I bring up how I think they're cool, people will be like, ew, no. And I think that these characters are pretty underrated. I think they're pretty awesome people, and you guys should probably give them their props. Give them their flowers, you know what I mean?
Sure, Jan.
So we will be doing this list in no particular order. We're just going to be talking about the characters, and we're going to go down the list or up the list. It doesn't matter. It's not in order. So let's just get started. So the first character on my list is Isabella.
What you doing? What you doing? What you doing? Seriously, Phineas, what are you doing?
So Isabella is a character from Phineas and Ferb. She is a Girl Scout. She is very nifty, smart, and she has a big crush on one of the main characters, Phineas. Isabella is one of the main characters in the friend group, the main friend group. But the reason why I say Isabella is underrated, because I constantly talk about this show to people, to friends, to strangers, to anyone. And anytime I bring up this show, people always talk about how Phineas is their favorite, Ferb is their favorite, Candace is their favorite. Baljeet and Buford are awesome. People love all these characters, and people always bring up how amazing they are and how goated they are. But nobody has ever said Isabella. And me personally, I find that as a shock, because I always thought her character was pretty cool. Isabella is single-handedly responsible for a lot of the building that goes into a lot of Phineas and Ferb's projects. If you pay attention, her and her Girl Scouts are the ones that build things, put things together, advertise it, get people to come, do a lot of the handwork. Isabella is the great support system for Phineas and Ferb, and to make sure that everything that they want to happen comes to life. I personally just feel like her character is a little underrated, because she is responsible for a lot of stuff with these characters as well as they are. And I think people should probably look back at that. Look back at Phineas and Ferb. Oh, you know what? I think you guys should do that too. Every time I bring up a character or a show, go look at it. Why not? Let's have some fun. Like, let's go look at our old childhood shows. And I think you guys should rewatch Phineas and Ferb and just pay attention to how awesome all the characters are, and just see their roles. They all had certain roles to help out the team, but I really feel like Isabella did do a lot, and I feel like she's a little underrated for that. Give her her flowers.
Flowers for you, flowers for you, flowers for you.
Our next character is Static Shock.
Superhero, Static Shock. Superhero, Static Shock. Criminals, get twisted. This superhero gifted.
So Static Shock is the main character of his own show, of course. And honestly, I do feel like his show and him as a character is kind of underrated. DC has done so many different animated projects and films and things with so many different characters, but they never gave that much attention to Static Shock as they did when he first had his show. They made his show and then they just put it on the cutting room floor, and we never saw him get any attention in anything anymore. In any animated films and anything live action, they just kind of threw Static Shock to the side. Now, some people have been slowly getting on the Static Shock wave recently, but let's be real. He's always been that guy. From his show talking about serious issues such as homelessness, racism, and abuse, this show has talked about quite a few different things as a kid's show, but it still made it understandable for children. Even when you look at his character, he's such a cool guy. He's so positive. He's always so cool. Like, he's just chill. And he's someone I think people would love to be friends with. And he's just such a positive character. Like, there's no negative traits that like define him. And the negative traits that are shown about him are in episodes teaching him a lesson as to why he should not do that, or why he should learn from these things. I also think his powers are really interesting. he has electric powers. Now we have so many different characters with electric powers, and you know what's interesting? A lot of them are black. Static Shock, Black Lightning, Storm. But anyways, he has electric powers, and it's not just the fact he has electric powers, it's the way he uses them. He literally has like a flying saucer that he floats on. That is so awesome. I don't think people realize that. That is so creative, the fact that they did that with his electricity powers. I honestly think it would be pretty cool to have a Static Shock continuation show, like they've done with a lot of shows like Proud Family and so on and so forth. Like, I think it would benefit the new generation as well as it did the old generation. But overall, I think Static Shock just doesn't get as much attention as I feel like he should, and I feel like he's a character that deserves a lot more attention. So yeah, give him his flowers. Okay, so our next character is my favorite character of all time in cartoons, and you guys are probably going to be gagged by this, but this is my favorite all-time cartoon character, and that is Courage the Cowardly Dog. I have always loved Courage. Like, that yapping pink dog, he is everything, and I was always like, I would love to have a Courage in my life. That's what made my love for dogs, was me watching this show as a little kid. Courage is honestly a character that many of us can learn from, and I'm honestly surprised people don't ever bring him up more. People always talk about all these cartoon shows that are iconic and amazing and great, and nobody ever talks about Courage. And anytime I do bring up Courage, either some people have never seen the show, or they're like, no, that show looked weird. And I'm like, Courage is really an amazing show, and he is really an amazing character. Courage is a dog who is honestly terrified of almost any and everything that comes around him. He is a scaredy cat of a dog. But no matter how scared he is, he faces these things heads on and a lot of time beats them. He's faced things such as aliens, demons, monsters, zombies, giants, and many other scary things just to save his owners. This dog has shown me as a kid, like, I was a scary kid. I was a kid that was scared of like almost everything, and I still have issues with that sometimes as an adult.
Oh my God, what is that? Oh my God, what is that?
But Courage showed me that no matter how scared you are, sometimes you just gotta fight through it. You gotta push through it. You gotta just go forward. You cannot let your fear define what you're going to do in this situation or hold you back. And that is such an amazing message to actually teach kids. Because as kids, sometimes we find ourselves scared of certain things that maybe aren't that scary, or we find ourselves scared of certain things that are a little scary, and we're just like, we're gonna stay away from it. But this show instilled courage into kids and showed them that if you are courageous, that doesn't mean you're not scared. You can still be scared and be courageous. Being courageous is just taking that step that you are scared to make and making sure that you do the thing that you know is right. And I feel like Courage is one of the most amazing cartoon characters ever created. I feel like this was such a smart move. It's not just the fact that he's courageous, but it's the fact that he's scared while doing it. He's showing real emotion of, I'm scared of this, I'm terrified. And also the show is absolutely hilarious. That dog is so funny. I honestly think y'all need to put some respect on Courage's name, and y'all definitely need to give Courage his flowers. Okay, so the last character on this list, I know this is a pretty short list, but I'm kind of like on a time crunch right now. But the last character on this list is Blossom.
Girls, trouble, move out! What? Whatever, sometimes you guys are so weird. Come on!
So Blossom is one of the main characters of the Powerpuff Girls. She is one of the trio, 1/3 of the trio. And she is actually the leader of the group. Now, I've seen people give Bubbles her flowers because they love how cute she is or how just sweet she is. I've seen people give Buttercup her flowers because they love how rough and how tough she is or how outspoken she is. But people always find a way to put down Blossom. And I low-key feel like y'all throwing too much shade towards my girl. Every team needs a good leader. And yes, her personality isn't as strong as her sisters, or at least isn't portrayed as strong as her sisters. But you know what she does? She does hold them together, and she does make sure that things get done. And I do feel like she does a pretty good job at that. If you pay attention to her, she is always looking out for her sisters. Whether Buttercup is getting too angry or whether Bubbles is crying, Blossom is going to make sure she is definitely looking out for them. And I think that she does a really great job of showing what an older sister looks like. She's also always making sure things go great on their missions. Like, she's making sure that things are in order and together. And yes, she has her moments where she messes up, or even her moments where she gets mad and fights with her sisters, because she's also a kid. We have to remember they're all the same age, but she is the one that kind of takes that agency to lead them and to be in charge and make sure that things are going well. And I think that her character gets a lot of unprecedented hate. I think she's a really awesome character, and I think that without her, the other two would not exist or would not be able to hold everything together. Things will be really difficult for them. So yes, I think y'all need to give Blossom her flowers.
Period. 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 Period.
So we are at the end of my video, and it is now time for my suggestions of the day. My song suggestion of the day is Mango Butter by Duran Bernard. I think this song is really cool. I love Duran Bernard. I've discovered him like a few months ago, but I've been like going through his catalog. I'm telling you guys, you need to hear him. He is so amazing. And if you want just a taste of what he is, or what his music is, or his sound, look up his Tiny Desk concert. Like, that was honestly what introduced me, and that was awesome. So I think you guys should check out Duran Bernard and his song Mango Butter. My show suggestion of the week is Tom and Jerry. Tom and Jerry is currently on, I think, Max, as it's called now. I hate the fact that they changed it from HBO Max, but okay. But Tom and Jerry is a classic. It's an amazing show. We talked about cartoons today, but I just really think you guys should check out Tom and Jerry. I also think you guys should check out Courage the Cowardly Dog, and go back and check out Phineas and Ferb and Powerpuff Girls. All these shows that I talked about today. I think it'll be cool for you guys to, oh, Static Shock. See, I almost underrated the character I literally said was underrated. I think you guys should just check out all of these cartoons. A good amount of them are on Max. Yeah, I think almost all of them are on Max. My movie suggestion of the day is probably going to be Alien, that was the name of the first one. I watched it recently, and well, not recently, I actually watched it a few days ago, but I haven't really watched any movies recently, so go check out Alien. It's a pretty good movie. Anyways, thank you guys again for clicking. I hope you all have a wonderful day. If you like this video, please leave a like on this video and subscribe to join my channel. Become a bestie. I would love to have you here, and I will talk to you guys later. Bye.